Hey, y'all, I don't know. I'm having some kind of delay on here, some kind of way. That's why I don't use StreamYard. But anyway, but I'm using the free version anyway, so it is what it is. Um, so right now I'm not on my main computer. I'm just on. What I did was I had a lot of things going on. I've been missing for a while. I've been trying to be entertained by YouTube, but it really the storylines just haven't been capturing my imagination. Um, I've been over there, with I'm here for it in the Latrice Allen sector, saying following what's going on over there. That's been pretty interesting, but as far as like the sectors that I have been familiar with for years, is the content has not been contenting like that. And I've been feeling sorry for the subscribers actually, you know. It really haven't been nothing really going down that's like that's that entertaining and everything like that. It's same characters, same remix ass shit. And this ain't no diss to nobody. Um, but I'll be back tomorrow on my main page, and I said let me just go ahead and do one of them late night lives where I'm more intimate and I could talk with the people. You know what I mean? And these lives actually be more impactful than any other live. So let me share it since we are like just chilling. And we got that vibe of I love to give that blog talk vibe from way back, what I'm saying, the 2010s. What I'm saying? If y'all was around, y'all know what I'm talking about. On this channel, where it's like more free flowing, it's a real person talking, and just talking about a whole bunch of interesting things. So one of the main things I've been doing, and people say, don't tell people what you're doing, but I mean, it is what it is. Like I've really have been learning a lot more about AI. Like I said to for a lot of people, AI is going to be the main factor that's going to be like the big thing moving forward. As a social media person, if you're on social media, what I mean, if you are not into having your AI game up to par, you're going to fall behind very quickly. It's not something that we should look down upon. It is the future. The United States government is investing. Oh, let me just get some things together. But the United States government in general, I don't have no description or nothing. I'll get that straightened out real quick. But yeah. So the United States government themselves, they have invested a lot of money into AI at this time. And if you're not getting with the program or learning it, what I mean, you're gonna fall behind drastically. And I believe that fact so much so that I'm changing my life path according to that, because the normal jobs that you're seeing out here, they're disappearing. I'm saying? AI is taking over. And if you're not one of those people that's like a technician behind the scenes, you're going to be finding yourself in a real precarious position, what I'm saying, moving forward. Um, like I have my own private Google, or Chat GBT, that I have on my computer. On I have three computers actually, and have the privacy to ask certain questions. And one of the things that is very good at, is um, which what a lot of people don't understand is that when you sit there in front of the Chat GBT or Microsoft or whatever, and you start talking about your ailments, how your back hurting, your disc hurting, and everything like that, or even sometimes people are even talking about their relationship problems with AI. All that stuff is documented. So like by the time we pass, or there's something going on, like there's a government or a corporation that knows almost everything about you, all the intimate details about you, and you're just openly just giving your information to these servers, and just thinking this, okay, well, it's this corporation, I'm just little old me. And just look at YouTube. I thought I was little old me when I was on YouTube, just coming on here talking. I was just some small little blogger, and I how many times I've been doxxed on here? I've been doxxed more times than I can even imagine. I can't even tell you how many times I've been doxxed. And each time a person docks me, it seems as if like they feel like it's like something brand new. You know what I mean? Something brand new. My house has been shown. My supposed cars, or and I'm not validating or verifying shit. But what I am saying is, you know, just because you think you're little old you, you're not little old you. You're one of many. You're in pluribus unum. And when they reach in the basket and they pull some names out, your name might pop up. You know, and giving your information to these organizations, these government organizations, these foreign powers like China, like OpenAI is owns ChatGPT, and I use ChatGPT all the time, but I use it for professional things, like you know, um, it's a very good service, but if you're not, um, but when you get to the point of just thinking that this thing is a robot and it's your friend, it's owned by a corporation, which is answerable to a government. You know what I'm saying? And China plays a big role in this too. And just say you blow up some kind of way, you blow up, or you got something going on, um, or you want to run for office or whatever your life path may take you down. You know what I'm saying? These corporations have a lot of intimate details about your health conditions, your mental state, how your relationships are working out, all that kind of stuff. And if you're not careful, you know what I mean, you're just putting yourself, you openly just giving your information away. You're doxing yourself in essence, you know? So, I mean, I just want y'all to understand that. Um, so I had to take some time away, for multiple reasons. I have gotten to a place of clarity, like uncanny type clarity, um, about a lot of things. You know what I mean? And also, for the mental health, like it's not that I get affected on here about my mental health gets affected, but we do need to understand that we need to reconnect to the real world and connect and touch grass and address things in our real life. You know what I mean? And not try not to get caught so much up in this virtual world that we're in, because this is a matrix. This is a virtual world. Don't get it twisted. So yeah, I just been reconnecting. I've been on my exercise journey myself. You know what I mean? So much so that most of my clothes have most of my clothing. That blue shirt I wore 2 years ago with the red pants. Well, for one, I can't fit the red pants no more. You know what I mean? They're too big. And that blue shirt is like putting on my, it's like I'm a 4-year old trying to put on my father's shirt or something like that. You know what I mean? That's how droopy it is. So I lost a lot of weight, and a lot of it has just been more about reconnecting to the real world, um, looking at things that are around me, that are near me, and also helping myself. And I encourage everyone else to get out there and help themselves as well. Um, and don't be distracted. you know so my life has changed a lot in the last 2 or 3 months. You know what I'm saying? And it's really all been for the better. As you can see, I've lost a lot of weight. I mean, y'all haven't seen it, but I haven't been online in like a month, but the weight loss just continuing. For one, I don't eat unhealthy food. I don't sit there and eat unhealthy food. I don't like overindulge on nothing. When I sit down to eat, if the dinner is like too much, I don't like overconsume or nothing like that. So, but yeah, I mean, everything for me has just been pretty good. You know, dealing with it's on a personal level. I'll just say that, I'm just like I'm chilling. You know what I'm saying? Um, like being single, it allows me to have more time to be creative as well. You know what I'm saying? And so like, that's the upside of that, you know what I'm saying? And so I'm more happy about everything that's going on and being appreciative about, what God has just like given me. And God has just given me like a third, fourth, 15th chance in life lately in so many ways that, you know what I'm saying? Today I got overwhelmed with how blessed my life truly is. You know what I'm saying? And, also finding acceptance in a lot of things that, I can do for myself. You know what I'm saying? And not dreading the things that I can't at the time. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes things are just not expedient. It's just, maybe you don't have the resources, maybe you don't have the support or whatever it is. You know what I'm saying? I don't dread, I don't like suffer anxiety attacks based off things that are out of my control. I do what I can for myself. You know what I'm saying? And that's just where I've been with things. And so, like, I know this is not a formal live where I'm just here. Um, it's not a formal live where I'm just here, like, you know, just talking about, this, that, and the third. I've been seeing things that's been going on in certain sectors and stuff. Uh, with the street sector and everything like that. I mean, it was just like a very. It's like with that, you know, it was just like like things were already there. I mean, you found out that the lady Golden was doxing people behind the scenes. And I'll say this much about that. When I confronted her for the first time, because I never, up until the time where I got on Sheena's panel, I think that was like the first conversation I ever had with her in life. You know, and so like the lady was like so hostile, so nasty towards me. She done community posts, a whole bunch of things, like, what I'm saying, up until that time. And I just exposed her for like lying. The lie was that me and this guy was behind the scenes sharing children's photos, and now it comes out that exactly what she tried to put on me and that guy she was doing. You know what I'm saying? So it just goes to show the hypocrisy of it. And then the thing is, when I get on the panel with her that time, I'm like, well, hey, hey, I see, I just know what kind of personality you have. I don't really deal with it. You know what I mean? I don't like that kind of personality that she had. You know what I'm saying? But when I was trying to like just figure out like, hey, bro, like I ain't got no smoke with you. Can you just live your life and just keep my name out your mouth? You know what I mean? And I'm just speaking for myself. I wasn't even speaking for, my ex or no shit like that. Just like for myself, like I have not offended you. Like, yeah, I blocked you from my chat because I saw that you was messy. But as far as like all this hostile shit and I'm in the chat stalking and I'm doing all this kind of stuff, I was just like, but then I was met for such hostility on Sheena's panel that day, and it was just like, damn, you know, I'm like, what got to stick up her butt? And then the accusation was that, she was like sharing, went and found pictures of my mom. You know what I'm saying? Now they're saying that she was sharing children's pictures, you know what I'm saying? Contacting people's families and all kinds of shit. And, and the thing is, it was guilt, just being guilt and just saying this person messy. And then she said the other day, like, you're my enemy. And like, for a lot of you people, and I don't understand with a lot of females, like, you know what I'm saying? And I had to talk to somebody about this, you know what I'm saying, in my real life. And I ain't talking about, nobody that y'all know, but I'm just saying, because, everybody want to jump in front of bullets and shit. You know what I'm saying? They want to jump in front of, everybody want to be the victim of Octavius. And I see that's like a thing, you know. Um, but it's like, bro, if I ain't come out here clearly say it shit about you, I don't have no problem with you. You know what I mean? It's people out here with platforms with thousands of subscribers that fuck with them. They come out and they could just go live on bullshit. You know, I seen somebody the other day, they went live on bullshit and got a cool like 4,000 views. You know, on nothing. You know, I beef with niggas like that before. A few of them, you know, of a lot of them mainly that I had open beefs with. They got big ass cult followings, all kinds of shit, and they can really fuck your life up. They can really like get a hundreds of people to work together to troll you, expose your information, all of that. You know what I mean? And I'm gonna go at some faceless person, you know, that's a subscriber mainly, or you know, and I just hate them. You know what I mean? So that's one of the things I just can't understand. It's like, and people love to like assume every action that I do is like pointed towards them or I don't like them. And even that bullshit, like, oh, you're in the chat trolling me and all that shit. You're following me. You're doing all this kind of shit. Like, bro, you're not that fucking important. You know what I mean? Like, I had somebody hit me up the other day. They wanted me to do a privacy complaint. You know, um, shit like that. And so like, I have like a obligations in real life just fucking with the internet alone that they want like people want things done, people can't ask any, you know, for services and things like that, and taking care of real business is enough, you know what I'm saying, versus like going and being in a chat listening to a bunch of people that I know don't fucking like me. You know, that shit is whack. You know what I mean? That shit is whack. So, you know, I just don't get that point. You know what I mean? Like, if you notice, I never like I never get mad about shit I assume about a nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like, I understand assumptions are like assholes. You know what I'm saying? Assuming. You know what I'm saying? It makes an ass out of you and me. You know what I'm saying? That's what assuming does. You know what I mean? It's like you don't fucking know when a person don't had nothing negative to fucking say about you, and there's no record of it. They didn't fucking say it. You know what I mean? That's anxiety, paranoia, depression, whatever the fuck a nigga's going through. But because that YouTube allows everybody the access to just go live and slander or talk shit about anybody you want to talk about. You know what I mean? And I know like the lady gonna probably I talk bad. No, I'm just telling the truth. The truth is, yeah, you know what I'm saying, motherfucker gonna put you out here saying that you sharing children's pictures for real. You know what I'm saying? You contacting people's family, even threatening to call ACS on my mother and all kinds of shit. You know what I mean? And I don't know how that's gonna happen because she's not disabled. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, what the fuck did I do to you? Nothing. I ain't did shit. I ain't did nothing to your weird ass. All in all, I ain't did nothing. I ain't did shit to you. We just tell the truth. You feel me? So like that's what it is with this YouTube shit. You know what I'm saying? This apps and things like that is like, man, uh, you know, like that's why I only go live when I have something constructive to talk about, even if it is a drag or whatever the fuck, whatever, you know, exposing or whatever it may be. I do have substance within my lives on my main channel that, you know, that you can learn from. You can walk away and feel like, yeah, I actually learned some shit. But you know, as far as, you know, the YouTube community, I really have fallen back from the YouTube community itself because, you know, you really don't want these niggas in your business. You know what I'm saying? There is nobody, you know, I ain't gonna say it like that, but there are very few people on here that mean you well. You know what I mean? Especially if you have natural talent. And the jealousy, jealousy is just unreal. You know, when you have natural talent and you can draw a crowd on your own, Or like, okay, damn, you got 400 people in your chat on your main page. How did that happen? Oh, you had to do it through this person, through networking. Well, it's called networking, motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? If I got it through networking, I got it through networking. You know what I mean? No one's stopping anybody else from networking. And, you know, it's a whole little another thing that you can go down road to go down on that. But yeah, I just been chilling, man. You know, I just been chilling, and I didn't want to go live on my main page and just like, you know what I'm saying, talk like this, but more we're just doing more of a relaxed live. And plus this computer didn't have like an Nvidia graphics card in it. It had like a AMD graphics card. And what that interpretates for those that don't know is that it has sound suppression. So right now I could just chill back, lay back in my bed, you know what I'm saying, and just talk some shit. Basically. You know what I'm saying? And y'all can't hear my background, you know? So with the AMD card, for whatever reason, it could do that, but it don't come with the program. And the program costs $100. I'm not going to spend that. But I have like multiple graphics cards, so I put that one in, and then it's like sound suppression is free. And also it can make any mic sound like a studio mic. So this is an old ass headset that I got on, and I'm just chilling. You know what I'm saying? It's late night. And I said, I haven't talked to the people. And I know my core people that fuck with me. And I'm going to look at the chat because, like, I want y'all feeling like Octavius ain't knowledge, y'all, if y'all are here. I'm going to look at the chat. I did see Trinity here. Well, I'm surprised. Shout out to you. You know what I'm saying? Um, but, you know, it's just like, I really haven't been entertained. And I'm just like, damn, like the quality of entertainment in these spaces is doo doo. Like, it's doo doo, bro. Like, it's the same thing. It's the same thing, recycled, you know. Like, and then over in the beef sector is entertaining to a certain degree, but it ain't giving how it used to be or whatever. But like right now, I think they're debating whether or not Shaquem lost his channel. I think he privated his page because I can't see. I looked on my computer and I have a history. So when I go to his videos, it just say unavailable. Like if the channel was terminated, it'll give a reason why the channel was terminated. So it looks like more like he just privated his channel more than anything. Um, so that's why I don't believe that the channel's like terminated or whatever. I think he just got hit with probably a whole bunch of shitload of copyright strikes or privacy complaints that hit him. You know what I mean? Um, and he just went on ahead and private channel or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is. You know, audio claimed that he hit his ass. You know what I mean? And that's what whatever. That's the game. That's the risk you take fucking with people's shit. What's going on, TMC? What's going on? Heavy Bell, what's good? I mean, with the AI shit, you gotta be careful. You know what I mean? Like, I made AI Ken. You know what I mean? I made an AI version of Ken and Sunny, but they're not the same people. It's like it's not there. It's a what I did with that. I just made a fat man, short little fat man with the beard that he wear a lot. You know what I'm saying? The mustache shit that he wear. You know what I mean? With the open mustache at the top and the goatee or whatever. And it worked out. You know what I'm saying? But it wasn't like taking the picture. So when you take a motherfucker picture and a motherfucker hit you with that privacy complaint, because I had fucked the nigga channel up like that before. You know, I took a nigga channel based off that same thing. He took my pictures, you know what I'm saying, and then called me the clumps and shit like that. And it was my original picture, and I had the original picture, and I sent it to fuck. I did a privacy complaint through email, and next thing you know, that channel was terminated by YouTube. So, playing around with people's pictures, you know what I'm saying? they have a clause there in the privacy strike, the privacy complaint. It has a clause there to tell you, yeah, AI manipulated pictures. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, you could get hit for that shit. You know, especially if that person can trace that picture back. You know. So when I made my pictures, it was like I made a monster version of fucking uh that was like a text to image. So it was a text to image. There was no pictures of, what I'm saying, Sunny or Ken that I referenced to use to make those images. You know what I'm saying? So that's what you would call an image to image creation. And that's where you get in trouble. So but you can actually like for example, like I was telling you about the private AI I have. So I could take an image, right? And I'm like, the thing is, I'm gonna have to show y'all another way at one point. But I could take someone's image. I could take my image and I could describe the image and say this person's 6'4", weighs about 210 pounds. You know what I'm saying? Or 220 pounds, 230 pounds, whatever. Right? And have my AI. So I have a private what's called Gemini, right? It's called Gemini. So I have a private Gemini LLM running. You know what I'm saying? It's like a private chat GBT. So it can analyze images. So if I tell it, give it some detail, the age, just give it more background to the image, it will basically generate a image very similar to the reference photo. And so like when I do it, so like when I did that one with Marjane, you know what I'm saying, if you go on my main page, you'll see like that picture of Marjane Esquire, the thumbnail. It's the same hairdo. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what kind of hairdo she wear, you know what I'm saying, but it's the same hairstyle that she has on her profile picture. You know what I'm saying? That's it. So I'll copy the hairstyle, but like, and maybe the makeup or whatever, a body type, facial type or whatever, and the AI will come very fucking close. But when if motherfucker try to say, okay, yeah, they took my image and they did something, no, it's I don't fuck with niggas' images at all. You know what I'm saying? Because that's the whole purpose of having AI is not to fuck with a nigga image, because you can make some shit similar and the nigga can't do fucking shit. But if you take that face and you manipulate that shit and a motherfucker say, okay, that's my face being used, yeah, YouTube has a clause where they can get you fucked up. It's right there in the privacy complaint section. It ain't nothing secret. I was gonna kind of keep it to myself, but I'm like, it's right there. So like that's the whole thing about AI. When I got a hold of AI, I'm like, fuck it. You know, the main thing is to be more satirical in with the AI than anything, like the Judge Fifi or PCs. You know what I mean? I made it like this big overgrown monster, 600, 800 pound woman, you know what I mean, with pizza boxes and a abused kid standing next to her or some shit with a raggedy teddy bear. That's, what I'm saying? That's kind of how you want to use it. Like how the news would use it. Like they'll say big government and they'll make like a caricature of Donald Trump as a big fat man with a big gut or something like that. You know what I'm saying? So like how newspapers do satirical cartoons, you know what I'm saying? That's what you would want to do. But like using niggas' images, you know what I mean? Like you're asking for it ain't no disrespect to Shakim, but it's just the truth. Like you just asking for somebody come along that know what the fuck they doing. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, they can hurt you. You know what I'm saying? So it ain't shit on my page where damn nigga. You know what I'm saying? Um, ain't damn nigga shit on my page, that my main page especially. You know that is there. Uh, that you know what I mean, like that I'm gonna allow this motherfucker to hit me with. You know what I'm saying? Because I just would listen to the wise for some of you content creators that may be listening. You know what I mean? Just like be careful with that shit. But yeah, I may talk about some of that tomorrow. But I'm gonna get back and I'm gonna talk about some of this Latrice Allen sector stuff going on with I'm Here For It 74. You know what I'm saying? And Ma Janae, I heard she was over there talking shit about me. You know what I'm saying? And I know I'll be late on it, but the people don't give a fuck. They just want to hear our ass get smoked. You know what I'm saying? So it's long overdue. My name was called out a lot last week, and we'll get into it and we'll get some shit corrected. You know what I'm saying? Um, and I'm gonna make that appointment to actually do that tomorrow. I might even make the thumbnail tonight, and we'll get it going. You know what I'm saying? We'll get it going, and we'll like talk about some things. But I haven't really been a fan of what's been going on YouTube. I've been more into watching documentaries, shit like that. And and the thing is, it goes out to like it goes out to the subscribers. You know what I'm saying? The subscribers have their faves and stuff like that, and then like right now, I don't really see in these sectors, right? So like the black and beef sector is merged. You know what I mean? But where's the up and coming talent? You know what I'm saying? Where's the up and coming people? Um, you know, you could say like Binary's new and a few other people's new. But he's been here a minute. You know what I'm saying? Where's the up and coming people? Um, it's like it's becoming more of a rinse and repeat type thing. This person don't like that person. It's the same drag. You know what I'm saying? Saying this, saying that. You know what I mean? And very little innovation. Very little innovation. And so like with me, I get bored quick with that type of stuff. I hate being in a repetitive state where shit is just like repeated over and over and over again. And so like I've lost a lot of interest in just like listening to anybody. You know what I mean? And they ain't no shots, no shade, nobody, you know what I mean? Um but it just don't have the effect that I remember. And so like for example, right now I'm over I what the beef sector was a journey for me in the first place. You know what I'm saying? It started with me being cool with MU, and it pretty much ended with me dating and breaking up with Kiki. You know what I'm saying? Um and I have my affiliates, people that I'm cool with, like, people that I'm cool with, that I rock with in that space. You know what I'm saying? Like Lemon, Ness, you know what I'm saying? Hell, even Shock him, you know what I'm saying? Or a few others. I'm a moderator, Krista, I'm a moderator, you know what I'm saying? Tracy, it's a lot of people, you know. But what I mean, that I think that journey for me has come to a close, far as being involved, you know what I mean? And it's like time to it's like graduation, you know what I'm saying? Moving on to something, you know, not saying I'm like just I'm too good to come around and fuck with people, but it's like we've been there, done that, got the T-shirt, wore it, we don't beef with everybody. That's whatever, whatever. And the sad part about it, y'all, is that I never had any intention, and I swear to y'all, to ever get on the internet to cuss anybody out. That never have been my intention. Never. You know what I'm saying? Never. But it is what it's whatever had to happen, it happened, and I ain't mad at it. But just elevating, moving to a different level with it. And right now I have a lot more money coming in, you know what I'm saying? And which is going to be a big change for the platform, greater technology, um, more professional type of things coming. You know what I'm saying? More things that's more mainstream on YouTube, more vlogging style things, and being free and like even having a relationship on here. Um, having a relationship on here. You know, you got to back up the person that you with. You know what I'm saying? And you know, the person that I was with, you know what I'm saying, they're not that active on here anymore. Um or they're active, but they're not like active like how they was. And you know, I don't have no beefs, you know what I'm saying? That person don't have no beefs. And there's no obligation to like, oh, yeah, I gotta jump in fights and stuff like that. You know what I mean, or anything like that. So right now, I'm truly just my own man. You know what I'm saying? I'm just my own man and doing my own thing. You know what I mean? And you know, it's chill. It's just chill. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just, you know what I'm saying? I'm just here to rock out and have fun on the internet and just produce and create. If anybody want the link, I'll drop the link. You know, it's like a good thing when you get so big on your main channel, you gotta come to your backup channel and have a chill live. It's like if I don't get on the main channel, I don't like talking like this on the main channel to be honest. But some people like this type of. Say I have 17 people here. I only had no hashtags and no nothing in the title. Well, we had 18. Let me go ahead and fix that real quick since we talked about it. But one of the things that I want y'all to know, like those images y'all see, that's all homegrown. Even the images of the Nintendo characters, like from the Legend of Zelda that you see, all that is all of that is stuff that was created on my computer. Like all of it is. Allow me to take care of this real quick. Yeah, I created all this stuff from the computer myself, and it's been cool, man. If anybody want to hit the link, you can. This is the place that you can come and talk to me. The main channel, I will be I will be doing interviews. I might drop the link from time to time, but moving into the space that we're in now, like man, it's so many hating ass niggas out here. Niggas want to porn bomb. Niggas want to get on there and say all kind of like f bombs, hate speech and things like that to get your channel snatched and struck and all kinds of shit. Um, you know, when it comes to all of that, it's like, you know, I'm moving more towards just like doing that solo thing, or like it'll be structured where if I have somebody on, it's already pre-planned. You know, it's already pre-planned. And I will be like I'll be doing call-ins. As y'all seen, I did a call-in with 74. I think my first call-in ever was with Star Marie. You know what I mean? Maybe like 2 years ago. going, yeah, about 2 years ago around this time. That was the first call in I ever did when she was in South Africa through WhatsApps. So we did a WhatsApps call, and so I might do call-ins and things like that. Have things more structured moving forward, and that's what we're going with a lot of things, y'all. Oh, let me just talk about a few things I've been seeing. Yeah, I was over there. I was looked at Rob's channel. Rob Rack got a girlfriend. Yeah, they over there tongue kissing and loving it up. You know what I'm saying? All on camera. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, Rob, hey, shit. Shout out to him though. Every man deserves their happiness, man. You know, I just hope it lasts for him. You know, me, I'm pretty much like I'm very apprehensive about dating on YouTube again because that shit there is like, man, like dating on YouTube via YouTube, like it's easy. Like, don't get it twisted. It's like it's easy for almost any man on here to like get a girlfriend, and you have a choice on like who you want to date, and some of these girls are attractive. You know what I mean? Like some of the subscribers. Now the content creators, it ain't too many female content creators that's hitting on shit for me. I'm just be real. You know what I'm saying? That like I'll say that, oh, they look like, yeah, I want to date her. You know what I'm saying? Um, but it's some subscribers out here. You know what I'm saying, that that looks the part. You know what I mean? Or smaller content creators like no name type people. You know what I'm saying? Females that look apart and shit. But as far as like me, like, oh, that chick is like whatever, like, nah. And then like you have people all in your business and shit. You know what I mean? Like, nah. Like, I've been there, done that. You know what I mean? And I'm good. I'm really, I'm good. Now, I would maybe sometime in the future, like, what I'm saying, whoever I'm dating, I might go out and what I'm saying, like, say if it's a local chick, I'll go out and, maybe film some things or do some shorts or whatever, but like making the woman a feature on my channel, unless they really want to be, because like the thing about it is just like when I was criticizing Ghetto Intellect, because he got mad at Lemon because Lemon was over there. I think it was, I don't know if it was who it was. It was Queen Tulsa or something like that. Queen Tulsa ended up saying some fucked up shit about Ghetto, and Ghetto was dating chicks online and whatever the fuck. And Ghetto got mad, but it's like, bro, you presented her online. You know what the shit gives. You know what I mean? And so like that's the only plus side about dating somebody on YouTube is that the person, they know what YouTube gives. They know what it kind of like jealousy it can inspire, especially a relationship. Um, but you know, also it's like the trolls can play a role. The trolls play a role. Um, and they get up on the comments. They say all kind of fucked up shit about your significant other or whatever. They say shit to you. They say shit to them. You know what I mean? It's some real hateful, mean, evil motherfuckers out here. You know what I'm saying? And the average person, male or female, they're not prepared for what the internet can give, especially when these demons lock in. You know what I mean? And like I said earlier in the live, like, let the chick go. Then it's like, I didn't do nothing to the bitch but like block the motherfucker from my chat for months. You know what I'm saying? I didn't do nothing to the motherfucker. I didn't like, oh, like Dragon Golden. You know what I'm saying? But I guess she was part of some clique and then whatever, you know what I mean, whatever the fuck. And she wanted to like prove her value or worth or whatever the fuck, you know what I'm saying? And I guess that's why she developed a hate for a nigga that I ain't even fucking know existed. You know what I'm saying? But it's cool though. I mean, if she listening, I don't give a fuck. Like, you know, don't feel that I give a fuck about your hate. I don't. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I don't give a fuck about none of y'all emotions. You know what I'm saying? That's negative. You know what I mean? When I come on here, I understand. Like right now, how many people we got? I got 17 people. Like, I don't give a fuck about nobody right now other than the 17 people in my chat. You know what I'm saying? And maybe I would say like at least 5 of them are just some people that's ear hustling to be hurt. You know what I'm saying? To run back and talk some shit and say Octavius said whatever. But I don't give a fuck. It's just like make a commentary about it. You know what I'm saying? I'm not. It's not on my pressure. It's just like, okay, I understand why she did what she did. She just, you know what I'm saying? She just hate niggas for no reason. You know what I'm saying? And she felt the need to do some doxing and fucking with people, kids, pictures and shit like that. You know what I mean? And things like that. While at the same time accusing me of the shit and kind of find out, bitch, that's what you're doing. You know what I mean? Like, it was just the hypocrisy. It's just like, damn, you niggas are really fucking weird. Weird as fuck. Y'all are weird. But meanwhile, I'm the person that, you know, the devil. You know what I'm saying? I've been labeled the devil, the street sector, the ultimate bitch nigga, you know what I mean? All kinds of shit. You know what I'm saying? And I will say this though, it's like interesting, right? I backed off doing street sector commentary, and made no bones about it. You know, Kiki started the street sector or whatever, but I kept that shit alive. You know what I mean? It would not be a street sector if it wasn't for me. You know what I'm saying? Everybody abandoned it. You know, Kiki included, Vibes Queen, Sheena, all of them did. Everybody, Sunny, all of them. You know what I mean? August of 2024, when everybody said it was dead, you know what I mean? You can go back to my page around that time. You'll see I'm got the emperor robes on. I'm the emperor of the street sector because I was the only nigga rocking it out. And then Marcus was doing fuck shit. And so I started getting on Marcus' ass. So my numbers was looking decent. And, you know, niggas want to build channels like Mocha, Did Dirty, and a whole bunch of other motherfuckers. They started their channel coming at me. Period. You know what I'm saying? They started their channel. You go to Mocha's first video, it's the first thing I tell you, I'm gonna build my channel on you. Whatever the fuck. You know what I'm saying? And just lied the whole fucking way there. Just lied, slandered, hated, you know what I'm saying? All kinds of shit, you know? Um I mean, I ain't heard about it. I'm just saying this is what happened. Okay? So I became a central figure where everybody was hating on me. You know what I'm saying? Chase was making lives on me. You know, Ken, Sunny, everybody was coming at me all at the same time. The lives are still up. So it ain't no fucking, you know, they're there. You know what I mean? And so the thing is, when niggas wanted to be the heartbeat of the sector and all that shit. Marcus is not no leader of no fucking street sector at all. I have to remind y'all of that. You know what I'm saying? If anything, Marcus was a victim of the street sector. Okay? He was a victim. He's a victim, and he was content of the street sector. He is not a central figure of the street sector. It's not Marcus's sector. You know what I mean? Um, but you know, when I backed off, and you know, it was just like, okay, let me see, because I was in the Latrice Allen sector doing over there and doing pretty good at that too. Um, Looking at it like when niggas get that in that chair. You know what I'm saying? I guess Boss Queen kind of like filled that seat for a while to be, you know, the head nigga. You know what I'm saying? And I guess she got to see how motherfuckers really come, how it is to be in that chair. You know what I'm saying? When Octavius ain't there, to be the head villain. Okay, the head, and not even the villain, but the tyrannical leader. Okay. Uh, See, I said I was a tyrannical leader. I said I know what it takes to run niggas. You know what I mean? I've been in management majority of my career. You know what I mean? Being over other black folks and like real black folk niggas got drinking problems, weed smokers, all kinds of shit. You know, and being over niggas, you have to be tyrannical. You know what I mean? You have to do shit in a certain way. And everybody ain't built like that. How many people, like, the only person you've seen that have been in, like, ran or been the leader of the space, myself, that haven't folded? I didn't. I never fucking folded. You never seen me. You never seen a weak moment in my ass at all. You know what I'm saying? And when they actually get into the that what they covet so much, you know what I'm saying? Niggas covet the shit so much, and when they actually get into the position of being the head nigga of the space of the sector, they fold under pressure. You know what I'm saying? Niggas hiding lives, niggas going on memberships, all that shit. You know what I'm saying? All that shit. Because a lot of people don't have what it takes to actually run a space like that. But then what I did see when I was actually leading that space, then these niggas was just like, you know, they wasn't being creative. Like what I do like though, is I seen Brown Eye kind of have his glow up even more than his first page. You know what I'm saying? He's doing okay. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you have 50, 60 people. I think one day I saw 74 people in the chat. And that's cool and that's good. You know? Because like he actually is bringing something different to he's actually, he has his beef with people, but he has the most open forum in the street sector. Like he really does. You know what I mean? Anybody can go over there and pretty much hit his link and speak their piece to a certain degree. You know what I mean? And so I could see that. You know what I mean? But as far as like people talking about we've been here and this, that, the third, this sector has been da da blah 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 and all that shit. Like nigga, you don't even know what a sector is. You know what I'm saying? And this never been no shit about no goddamn markets. Like I have to remind y'all of that. And the players like A.T. Vaughn and West Indy became a thing because you know what I'm saying, made her a thing. I was the one first talk about her rent. I was the first one talking about her rent. I was talking about the birthday thing that she did for her son. So she had some birthday scam bullshit going on over there. I was the one that we exposed to find. We found that our subscribers found out that she was on the ghetto gaggers, whatever the fuck. You know what I mean? Like that was my West Indy was my project. You know what I'm saying? Now niggas may have spoke on her and dating or being cool with Marcus or whatever, second Marcus off or whatever the fuck. But even A.T. Vaughn, that video on my page got 11,000 views. That's me reviewing A.T. Vaughn's video. Them niggas wasn't talking about no damn A.T. Vaughn until I talked about it. You know what I mean? So like the characters have not evolved since me and my ex have been together, that are like Montez came out, and I guess Montez on his own went through the space and you know try to get himself more in tune with the street sector or whatever. And I'll say Sheena played more of a role with him. You know what I'm saying? Sheena and Marcus played more of a role with that. But Montez never really caught fire in the space. He never did. He never became like a staple where people like talk about, you know. Um, but you know, I mean, you know, but it just like that's just where the street sector is. It's like, you know, they like, you know, I see moves where people are making. Like I think I seen Vice Queen trying to do the thing on Josias or whatever, and I could guarantee the video ain't even do well. You know, like I guarantee it didn't do thousands of views like it used to do back in the day. There's no hype. Like, you know, trolls, that's the problem with trolls. And Vibes Queen is a troll. Like, what y'all have to understand about Vibes Queen is a troll. Like, she's a troll. She was a troll when she was floating around the beef sector. Okay? She was no one really remembers no Vibes Queen for no beef sector. You know what I'm saying? Maybe like Very Carey or somebody like that or some shit. You know what I'm saying? Um, I don't even know Vera Carey no more, but you know, but she is a troll. Okay, she's a troll. She was trolling Tracy. She was trolling ZX. You know what I'm saying? She's a troll. A troll really can't sensationalize shit because they don't turn the camera on. They don't know how to like, you know, they're not invested into the space. You know what I'm saying? They're not invested into the internet like that because they, for one, they're just some person behind the scenes just talking. You know, like, you know, we got trolls like Pizarro in the beef sector, but you know who her bestie is Brianna, and Brianna turns on her camera. Brianna is like, I don't know, like 5'3" and probably like 400 pounds, and I'm not even like joking. I'm not even trying to like be funny. She's like almost like 450 pounds or something. And but she turns her camera on and she does give good comment. She has very good language skills. She can deliver. She can talk very well. She can do almost anything she wants to do on the internet because of that skill that she has. But when you're like, even with me on this backup page, like if I had my camera on, it'd be like almost, even over here, it'd be like 60 people, 60, 70 people in the chat if I had my camera on. You know what I mean? So people just respond differently to that, and they can take you a lot more serious. But like when you give a commentary about morality, about this, that, and the third, they don't know if you're a sex offender. You know what I'm saying? Talking on the internet, they don't know who the fuck they're listening to, and it's just something about the human psyche when it comes to that. You know, a troll cannot run shit. A troll can't sensationalize shit. Okay, they just can't. And it's too many people behind the scenes hiding. You know what I mean? You just got right now in the street sector, what you got? Uh, Only person you got that's like official street sector is Sunny that turned the camera on. You know, that's it. Everybody else is hiding. Everybody else is behind a fucking black screen. You know, and I would say Sheena did a lot of vlogging. She don't turn her camera on that often. People know what she looked like. Um, but even when she does turn the camera on, it does give a sense of realness, authenticity, or whatever. But you just doing too much hiding and shit, you know what I'm saying? And it's just a fucking cartoon avatar talking. It like no one's gonna sit there and take you serious like that. It doesn't translate well. So what they were getting a lot of times, and it, like they'll never admit it, it was getting residuals off of me and Kiki and a few others, Psychology Eats, and a few others that didn't mind turning their camera on. Like, look at Chase. Chase is over there turning her camera on. She's getting decent numbers. You know what I'm saying? She got a camera on. Like, she doing a long form. You know what I mean? But you gonna get more numbers doing it that way. Um, but yeah, you're gonna get way more numbers doing a long form. Um, Now one thing I can't understand though, like this is what's crazy about YouTube. Sometimes, like I look at 74 had like
five, six, 700 likes on her video on a long form, and have about I seen the other day had like 750 people in the chat on the long form. The long form, right? If the average person had that many people in their chat, that video would finish at 14, 15, 20, 30, 40,000 views. It would. So I don't know, like they must be like on some bullshit with her. Like I'm keeping it real. You know what I'm saying? Because like I remember doing long forms and I had like 60 people in the chat and that should have finished at 2,000 views. Like nothing. Like I get 2,000 views. Like right now, if I was on a long form on my main channel, I'm talking in the dark, doing the same thing I'm doing right now, and I get like 50 people in the chat, I end the live, it'd be like 850 or like 900 views, like easy. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know. YouTube be doing what the fuck they want to do. Like for example, on this page, I dropped one of the anime video game videos over here on a short, and the motherfucker got like 2,200 views. Now I put better shorts, better hashtags, everything on the main channel, and YouTube. I noticed YouTube is choking me out. They barely let me get like 2,000 views on shorts on my main page. For whatever reason, they got a cap on my shit. You know what I'm saying? And but when I put those same shorts on, I did it on the page I got from the Mo3 sector, with the 3,500 subscribers. That did like what I think it's like 14 or 1,700 views over there. Easy. Like it was like nothing. Easy. Like bam. So YouTube be doing some fucking blackballing, blacklisting type shit. I noticed that they don't mind me. They don't mind me doing well with live. So they promote my channel is like a live channel. I guess they done typecast my shit as a live channel, the main one. So my alerts go out. You know what I'm saying? So I go live now on that. If I go hit the live button right now over there, it'll be people in that chat like nothing. But my shorts, my uploads, they're shit. You know what I'm saying? My shorts and uploads are garbage. You know what I'm saying? Compared to a lot of other people. So I don't know what YouTube doing with that, but like if I go live, like it promote me when I go live on that channel. So what's going on, LGI? What's good? What's good? Say we never bring a relationship to the internet. Yeah, I feel you on that. I feel you on that. I mean, it's these spaces though. It's people that can come on YouTube and they can show their family. They got their little ones, they got their kids running around. But then you can just run into certain psychopaths and they become fixated. Like the thing about like the chick Golden, she try to talk like she's so like above the bullshit and all that kind of stuff, but she's running around being like they're accusing her, and from what I heard, she didn't deny it, of passing people's children's photos around on the back end. It's like, bro, if this shit ain't that fucking serious. It ain't. It ain't that serious. You know what I mean? It ain't that fucking serious. And for you to be a subscriber, a glorified subscriber, you're not even like a content creator. You're like you're a panel nigga. You know what I'm saying? And you're running around like passing children pictures around, digging all in the motherfucking shit. You know what I'm saying? All that little weird shit. Like the bitch the other day threatening, I'm gonna call ACS on your mama and whatever. Yeah, I guess she believed that bullshit Ken had said about my mom is like an invalid or whatever the fuck. I'm like, bitch, where's the fucking proof? Like, yeah, y'all fucking weird. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, nigga, I'm pretty sure like niggas done called the food stamp people on my ass. They done called SSI on my motherfucking ass. Bitch done called the police on me multiple times on here. And what's fucked up about it is none of these motherfuckers can show you where I did shit to them. Okay, I may struck a bitch page. Why? Because motherfucker had my shit or somebody I'm affiliated shit on their page. That means they violated me or the person that I'm cool with. You know what I'm saying? That's it. I had got my get back by getting my shit off their page or striking their page for fucking violating YouTube terms of service. But as far as like a fucking with them in their real life or giving a fuck about them outside of here, I don't give a fuck about these people. I don't. I'm not that fucking vested. One thing I couldn't stand, oh, they're in the cloud. They're in the clouds trolling behind troll pages and all this kind of like, bro, like troll pages are getting on your like, I'm gonna tell you, nigga, there's a troll page out there right now. There's like three of them, three or four pages out there right now with my image. I had I did strike their images and shit. You know what I'm saying? They know not to use my image like that. But so I struck a nigga's profile picture using my shit. You know what I'm saying? I copyright struck a nigga profile picture. You know what I'm saying? Uh, but yeah, there's like troll pages that run around that be in chats every day. You know what I'm saying? It's a troll page of mine that runs around all the time. I just blocked the weird ass motherfucker, and I had no communication, affiliation, association with the trolls. Like I just block them. I'm not gonna sit there and lose my mind over the fucking troll in the chat. Like okay, cool. Like I was on limits panel maybe like 3 or 4 weeks ago, and some motherfucker was in the chat talking shit, just talking cash shit. Octavius. And you know what I mean? And I said, okay, let me go ahead and channel block this fuck nigga. You know what I'm saying? Went to their page. I ain't block them out the chat. They can talk all the shit they want to talk. I just blocked them. I don't want to see a motherfucker. It ain't worth no stress. It's like for one bitch you're hiding. If you saying some things as a troll, you obviously are hiding. You know what I mean? So like right now when niggas troll me, they know it's gonna be very boring because once I see you the first time, I'm just blocking you. And I don't go back and try to unblock niggas no more. I don't do that shit. I don't go on my block list and say let me stir it up and let people come to the chat because I'm that desperate for numbers. Like no, them bitches can stay wherever the fuck they can stay where the fuck they want to stay. For one thing, if you're a troll and you're trolling me, that means you'll never send me no fucking cash apps. That means that you're disliking my videos. That means you will never send a super chat. That means you're there flagging and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? For whatever reason you don't like me, I'm not gonna make it fun for you for where I can be reacting to your fucking trolling. You know what I'm saying? So when I see a troll, it's just automatic block. It ain't even like, oh, let me unblock them. You know, it's a prohibition on unblocking trolls. Fuck that shit. You're gone. Yeah, fuck that shit. You're gone. So shout out to all the core people that's here that fuck with me. I know it's like early in the morning and everything like that, but I'm just giving y'all one of those lives. Like it's late night, we chilling. You know what I'm saying? Y'all hear all that screaming and yelling and all that shit. You know. But I was like, I had a little time, and so I want to come live and talk to y'all. You know what I'm saying? And just explain to y'all where I've been and what I've been up to. So for those that are kind of late, I've been, I just been, I've been on a very intense learning journey about AI, and the truth is that I'm continuing my education um as of this month. You know, in the field of AI. You know, like I feel like it's that valuable. And the truth is, you get a few certifications, man, and it don't take long. So I'm already familiar with the programming and stuff like that already because I do it at home all the time. You get a few certifications, man. You talking about $100,000 in no time. $100,000 a year in no time anywhere in the world. They can go to South Africa, pull out their laptop, you know what I mean, connect to a server, you know what I mean, do all kind of AI projects and shit for whatever corporation. Or if I'm broke, when it, I could be writing Laura's, you know what I'm saying? Um, a LoRa is basically like an extension of a program. So it's basically, say for example, you could write a LoRa for Gucci. So like, say if it's an image maker, like an image generator, and you could get all the Gucci clothing, and you can actually take all of their clothing and put it, all the photos of their clothing, and put it into what's called a LoRa. And if someone can actually buy that LoRa from you, or you could sell it to like a web company, and they'll might even give it away for free, but you're getting like they'll pay you. You know what I'm saying? Because obviously they advertisements, they got money and stuff like that. So you can make thousands of dollars of just doing stuff like that on your own. So one of the main obstacles is having your own computer to do this kind of stuff, or even just having access in general, or even knowing what to do to even how to get started with it. So um it's one of the main things that you can do that's like real good for small business moving forward, that's very lightweight, where it's pretty much a laptop. You just walk around with a laptop, an internet connection, connect to a Google server, a Microsoft server. You know what I mean? You don't even have to have a powerful GPU or nothing like that. You can do all this stuff online, and you can make shitloads of money um, doing this type of stuff. And the thing about it is that these jobs, like the jobs that we have, like dudes working warehouse jobs and things like that, those things are becoming, obsolete. They literally have robots now. They're featuring robots right now that, or matter of fact, let's go ahead and show y'all. They got robots and shit right now. Uh, that they're selling right now. Let me look it up. Yeah, they got robots right now that they're selling. It's in my history because I was watching it like, yeah, I was watching it the other day. So they got AI robots that it can actually work in your home 5 hours a day. AI robots for sale. So yeah, they got. Let me see. Let me pull it up. Hold on, y'all. I'm gonna show y'all. So of course they're showing the freaky shit, but they got AI robots that are being sold that you can have in your house for like maybe like $4,000 or $5,000. Damn, where I just saw that shit the other day. Well, shit, I'm gonna show you what China got going on. Ch- China's out here. This is under fair use, y'all. Let me see. All right, so this is being sold for $2,500. So you can have, you know, what I mean,
Y'all balling ass niggas can have y'all working human slave for on this motherfucker, and then
Machines
you,
hidden away in factories or seen only in science fiction movies. Today, they are becoming part of our everyday world in ways that are both offering not just a product, but an experience that feels like a step into the future of human-machine connection. Meet Geminoid DK, a robot that has amazed people not only with its lifelike facial expressions, but also with its striking resemblance to a real human being. Danish professor Henrik Scharfer from Aalborg University. Professor Scharfe did not just inspire the design, but also actively participated in the development, serving as the role model while world-famous engineer Hiroshi Ishiguro and his team from the Advanced Telecommunications Research Institute International in Japan brought.
so I hope y'all see this. That's a robot right there you're looking at on your screen. Okay, that's a robot. But the one I saw that they're selling in America is like, I think it's probably even more like, this one is like, I guess for more entertainment. They showing like women, like I guess dudes got women robots and shit like that or whatever. But you see they actually covering them up, whatever. But they're kind of going over the gambit of robots in the past and stuff like that in this video. But let me see if I can find the right one. Oh, somebody said do it. We got an idiot in the chat. Please do a black backflip. So I didn't even see you on my main channel. So it just go to show. Rabbit King of Idiots. Wow. Okay. All right, so let me go and find that video for y'all. Cause I want y'all to see that. Cause this one, the one I was looking at, it looked like the Tesla robot. So let me show y'all this shit. But just like y'all can see, like there's videos out there. I have like a deep fake video of myself. You know what I'm saying? Of me talking, and it's like it looked like me talking and shit, just like y'all seeing this shit with Tupac. Now, 20 years from now, you're gonna be seeing fake human beings walk around. Like these motherfuckers are working on the skin. Like just look at this shit. So these motherfuckers out here making fake goddamn robot machine females and shit like that. You know what I mean? Like it's getting freaky out here, y'all. Yeah, look past real, but I'm saying it's getting. Let me show y'all another thing. If we get hit, we don't care. You know, it's all under fair use. I'm giving commentary. So let me I gotta go to my Instagram for this though.
Damn, this shit is moving slow tonight. I must got another program running. But they got a thing called Sora now, where y'all are seeing like Tupac, Dr. Martin Luther King, all that shit. You know what I'm saying? Oh, can y'all hear me? Shit, I've been talking all this time. Damn.
I'm breaking young girl.
See, look, they got Michael Jackson buffed up. This is an AI video of Michael Jackson as a soul singer.
And mother always told me, be careful who you love and be careful what you do, cause a lie becomes a truth. Hey, Billie Jean is not my lover. She's just a girl who claims that I am the one. Oh, baby. But the kid.
This is all fake, y'all. This is all fake.
It is not my son. I just wanna chill and twist the lie. Catch stunts in my 745. You drive me crazy, shorty. I need to see you and feel you next to me. I provide everything you need, and I like your smile. I don't wanna see you cry. Got some questions that I gotta ask, and I hope you can come up with the answers, babe. Girl, yeah, it's easy to love me now. Yeah, would you love me if I was?
Like I said, all this shit is AI. So like, I'm just showing y'all this to show y'all that this ain't like that fake shit. Remember those pictures I had on my page of like the Emperor when I first came out? That's how AI started like a couple years ago. So, well, 2024, like a year and maybe a half year later, look where we are with the technology now. And like I said, these robots, just as much, these robots will interact in the real world just as much with expression. They could act like human beings and shit. You know what I'm saying? It's just all about the technology to put these robots out here. You know what I'm saying? To like do jobs, to work, or even have the energy source to continue to work and move around like we do. So what I'm showing you is that the AI knows how to mimic human behavior. It can show it. It knows how to mimic expressions, and it's even doing it with songs. So this is a whole AI song of 50 Cent. You know, here go another one.
I'll take you to the candy shop, yeah. Girl, one taste of what I got. I'll have you spending all you got. Come on, keep going till you hit the spot. Whoa, you could have it your way. How do you want it? You gon' back that thing up, or should I push up on it? Temperature rising.
And so like even myself, I can make this happen on my own computer. You feel what I'm saying? So like this shit is out here. And that's just, so I'm just like letting y'all know, letting y'all see, you know, what's going on. Because a lot of y'all don't be reading up on this type of shit. Y'all don't understand what's really coming out here. It's not for y'all to be scared. It's just to say, at the end of the day, this is what it is. This is where we are, and we have to adapt to the new and up and coming world. You know what I'm saying? That is, the new oil business, big oil, big steel was a thing. But right now, AI is the big thing that's pushing government right now. Like Nvidia, AMD, IBM, Intel, all these companies are like Apple. All of them are pushing hard. Tesla, all of them are fighting for the #1 spot. They have the top AI, and they're like fighting. This is what the competition is. And so because of that, there are like going to be a lot of jobs. Like West Palm Beach alone, right down the street from where I live, they're opening up. They're gonna open up a multi-billion-dollar AI company. You know what I'm saying? In 2027, 2 years from now, they're building the building right now, where they're gonna need all these AI technicians and all that kind of shit. So it ain't gonna be no shortage of those type of jobs. You know what I mean? But things switching. There's things are switching. Things are changing. And like corporations, like myself, having access to information on a whim, you know what I'm saying, because of AI, is just something that, you know, we can take advantage of ourselves when it comes to businesses, when it comes to getting grants, college loans, or whatever it is. You know what I mean? All this information is right there, and it's not biased enough. Like, oh, we would go down to the city hall or some little, you know what I'm saying, sell out ass or a black secretary with thick glasses and shit that's making sure niggas don't get shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got access to know that there's stuff there for you. You know what I mean? And you got access to how you could write the letter the proper way to get stuff for yourself. You know what I mean? So information is just flowing. You know what I mean? So that's the positive side of it. The dark side of it is traditional jobs, traditional like warehouse jobs, traditional some of the construction jobs are gonna be changing. The construction is always gonna need men. You know what I'm saying? Always. But this is just where we are with things. But in 100 years from now, just how y'all see those stiff robots moving around, like robots like Terminator and shit, they're gonna be moving just how you see them in these virtual worlds, like how you got this 50 Cent video.
Okay, let's go to the next level.
They can go outside and act like a extrovert human being, and if in the next 10 years you won't even know who's a human fucking being outside. The next I'll say the next 30 years especially, your children or grandchildren will be outside with robots that will be mimicking human beings. You won't even know that they're fucking machines. So thank y'all for coming through. Sorry about the technical difficulties. No, I didn't see that movie called Extended. Yeah, I mean, what they're doing, they're basing a lot of this stuff off of The Matrix, based off this shit too. You know? Alright, I'm putting my people to sleep, so I'm finna go to bed myself. Good night, y'all.